In this demonstration, you will see how to use a pre-built script to perform information gathering. The Discover framework is a script that is used to discover information during both passive reconnaissance and active reconnaissance. The Discover script is used to automate a number of different reconnaissance searches in one script, such as domain reconnaissance and person reconnaissance. You can also do scanning as part of your discovery, which basically automates a number of nmap calls. This is what we're going to look at in this demonstration. The first thing we need to do is download the Discover script from GitHub. So let's go and start a terminal session. Once we start a terminal session, we can use the git clone https://github.com/leebird/discover.git. So once you enter this in, you'll hit the enter keystroke and it'll go and download our Discover scripts from the GitHub library. Now in this example, I've already gone and downloaded the Discover script. So if I do an ls command to take a look at my current folder here, you'll notice that I do have a Discover folder already. So after you go and execute the git clone command, it'll download the Discover tool into a Discover folder. And then all you're going to do is navigate to that folder with the cd command. So I cd discover. Once I'm in the folder, I'll just do an ls command to take a look at the contents of the folder. And what I want you to notice is that there's a number of scripts, sh scripts, so bash shell scripts here. So the script that we're going to execute is discover.sh, but notice that there's a number of other scripts. So there's a domain.sh, there's an ipcountry.sh, there's a listener.sh. So basically what you do is you run the discover.sh script and you're going to be presented with a menu system. And as you choose the different types of reconnaissance that you want to perform, it's basically going to execute one of these other scripts in the background. So notice, for instance, there's this nse.sh script, right? So that's the nmap scripting engine calls that are going to be made. So to run Discover, we do a sudo /discover.sh. And like I said in our password, what you're going to see is a menu system. So if I scroll up a little bit, you can see here's our Discover, the author of the tool, and then down bottom they have different categories. So there's reconnaissance, which I would see is kind of more passive reconnaissance. So there's domain and person searches. So if you did domain search, for instance, it would prompt you for the DNS domain that you want to search on, and it would go and collect all kinds of information. So a bunch of scripts in the background collects information on the domain that you specified, and then presents a report to you as well. Same thing with the scanning category, right? So we can go and scan systems by IP addresses or using the CIDR notation, which is what I'm going to do. The other thing down bottom here is you can see that you can actually do some web discovery, right, through tools like Nikto if you wanted to. So what we're going to do here is each menu option has a number beside it. We're going to do a scan of IP addresses using CIDR notation, which is option number 4. So I choose 4 and hit enter. This is great. Are you looking to do an external scan or an internal scan? We're going to do an internal scan. So we do option number 2. It says, what do you want to call this scan? I've already run the scan a few times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this internal network, and I'll put 3, a unique number. So when you're performing your reconnaissance, you may want to go and base this name off the customer name or the client that you're doing the pen test for. So it could be company XYZ _ internal network, for instance. So I'll just call it internal network 3, and then I'll hit enter. It says, great, give us the CIDR notation of the network that you want to perform the scan on. So I'm going to do 192.168.2.0/24. is the IP range on my test network here. So I'll hit enter. It says, do you have any addresses that you want to exclude? So I'm going to choose no. Notice in circular brackets there, that we have a Y/N, so they're telling you what your options are. The capital N is the default, so if I hit enter, it would choose it, but I like to kind of be specific and type what I want. Do I want to perform a full TCP port scan? I'm going to go with a no. Do I want to do version detection, OS version? Because of time constraints, so it does take a little bit longer, I'm going to go with a no and hit enter. It says you want to set a scan delay. So maybe to help prevent detection by an intrusion detection system, you can add a delay between systems, scanning of systems. So in this example, I'm just going to hit enter for just a regular scan. And do you want to run matching Metasploit auxiliaries? I'm going to go with a no. I just want to do the nmap scan. So it starts, so basically what this script is doing, the discover script, is it's going to make a number of calls to nmap, and it's going to do a port scan on the 192.168.2.0 network. But not only that, as part of the automation, it'll start with a regular nmap scan, basically run the nmap scripts, right? Which will check for things like vulnerabilities on those systems, right? So it's doing more than a port scan, which is kind of cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pause the video and let this execute. This will probably take 4 or 5 minutes. And then when it's all done, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the output. Okay, so the script finished executing. It probably went for 3 or 4 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up here to the top of the script output, somewhere up here. So all the way to the top, there's quite a bit there. Perfect. Okay, so here's the beginning of the scan after I chose my option, do a CIDR scan, which is basically going to scan all the IP addresses. And you can see here that it started right off the bat. It started basically discovered systems on the network. So in this case, it found a system with the IP address of 192.168.2.33, and you're getting a list of open ports on that system, which is kind of nice. Down bottom, you're getting the MAC address of that system. And then also, it'll try to guess the operating system that the system is running. So here it's guessing that it's running a Windows XP /2008, and 87% chance of that guess being successful, right? So it does that for each of the IPs. There's 192.168.2.1 ports that are open on that system. And then if I keep going, 2.135, and so on. So it basically discovers the live systems, does a port scan on them, identifies the operating system on each of those systems as well. And then what you could do is you could kind of document that. Actually, I got a report I'm going to show you. But so point being is, so far it's just an nmap scan. But after it does a regular nmap port scan, then what's going to happen down below here, scrolling down in my output, it says OS detection performed. Please report any incorrect results to nmap. So nmap, there was 256 IP addresses that were scanned, and 14 hosts were found up. So you get a little bit of a summary there. And it did find some TCP and UDP ports. So this is a little bit of a summary after the nmap scan completes. Then it goes and it runs the different nmap scripts. And these scripts will go and help discover vulnerabilities within systems. So it checks, it runs a FTP vulnerability script, an SSH vulnerability script, a Telnet vulnerability script. So it just kind of lets you know we're running all those. And then it goes and runs a few additional scripts as well. And then it tells you, okay, the scan is complete, and there is a report that you can look at. In the report, I'm going to go and take a look at that report with the sudo -i. I'm going to use the cat command and put in root / and I'll specify the path to the report. So data / internal network 3, and it's report.txt. So the cat command will be used to display that report content. So let's take a look at the report. There is more information in the report. So that's the bottom of the output. So I'm going to have to scroll up again in the report output here. Let's go way to the top. There's going to be some of the same information, but what I like is some of the summary information as well. So here I am typing the cat command in. So this is the beginning of the report. So it says when the report was run, the IP address of the system that did the scan. So the IP address of my Kali Linux system here is 192.168.2.166. This is kind of nice. It says that it discovered 13 systems are host. And what I love is it also lists the IP addresses, right? So instead of you having to scroll through all the Nmap output, it just lists them all here. So now I have a list of all the IP addresses that are live on this network. And then they also give you a summary of what ports were open across all those IP addresses. So I can see these are the TCP ports that are open. Another example of something that's kind of cool in the report that I like is they have a section called high value targets by port numbers. So port 21, which is FTP, here is a system of interest that we may want to look into. Port 22 is 295 and so on, right? Port 80, notice there's a number of systems running port 80. So that's interesting. 3389, which is RDP. So there's 4 systems that are running RDP for remote desktop. So we potentially could leverage that when it comes time to try to exploit the systems. Then they're showing us and again, this is in the report file, they're showing us the port scan results, right? So 2.33 has these ports open, and this is the MAC address of that system. So I do like the output in the report better. It's a little bit cleaner. You don't get as much info. So here's the ports open on 2.1. This is what I love. They're showing you the MAC address, but notice also here they show you device type. It looks like that's a wireless access point. And they're right. That's my router, which is awesome. So I keep scrolling down through this. So they do that for each of the systems. You can see the ports and the MAC addresses of those systems. So I'll scroll past all that stuff. And then eventually, so that's just the results of the Nmap scan in the report. But then here's the results of the Nmap vulnerability scripts executing. So they're saying, okay, we went and ran like an FTP bounce vulnerability check, and it looks like 2.7 is an IP address of a device that could be vulnerable to FTP bounce. And they give you some information here. They did a banner grab. So notice that you actually get the device. That's a Lexmark printer. And anonymous FTP login is allowed on that device. That's not a good thing. So that's kind of what the vulnerability scripts are doing, is they're making connections to the different ports and then trying to find out if that service is vulnerable. And in this case, one of the vulnerabilities it found is it does allow anonymous FTP login. So they do that for a lot of the different services. So there's SSH, so 22. 23 is Telnet, right? They do make a Telnet connection. Looks like the Telnet script didn't get very far, which is a good thing. And I scroll down through. So they do that with a number of different services. Again, this is in addition to a port scan. They run some of those Nmap scripting engine scripts. So if I scroll down through all that, then down bottom here, they show, that's more. Here's RDP. This is one that's interesting. So they do find port 3389, so 2.2. Notice that they're able to retrieve like computer name information from each of the systems for RDP. So 2.2, 2.5 is also open for remote desktop. 2.33 is open for remote desktop. And so is 243. Looks like it's open for remote desktop. So a number of systems there are running remote desktop. And this is also what I like about this Discover script, is it shows you a number of systems may be vulnerable to, and what I love here is the vulnerability, the MS08-067. So what's cool is I've got a vulnerability that I can now search in Metasploit. So the next step would be, once I know what vulnerabilities potentially a system may have, I can go and try and exploit those vulnerabilities with Metasploit. So you can actually search for MS08-067 in Metasploit to find out if they have an exploit for this vulnerability. So we can see here the MS10-061 as well. Looks like we may have some systems that are vulnerable to an exploit. So that's very useful. So you're making note of those IP addresses and the vulnerability as well. Perfect. That's a big thing. Not only having a port scan performed, but also understanding, what vulnerabilities might exist on each of those target systems. So in this demonstration, you saw how to use the Discover script, which is a tool that you can download from GitHub that basically helps with automation of reconnaissance.